Hello everybody. This is Tetrafolium. Um, I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna rip right into this video. You might have noticed I just put my paste in the beginning of the video. The sets aren't super complicated. I think like pretty much the only speed I ran was just to speed creep things that were speed tying me, and I had a little bit more speed on Hydrapple for the sake of Gudra, I believe. Um, like just enough to outspeed one of the sets that I saw for it. Maybe also it was Quagsire if he brought that. Everything else was kind of just specific bulk or calcs, or just enough to KO certain things like Jirachi's Meteor Mash to KO Iron Boulder if it was running no uh, bulk investment. Um, but we're just gonna go through this game. I'll be honest, it was a pretty long game, so strap in. And let's just play. I went to Belly Bolt, and I knew that Belly Bolt was going to be good into this matchup because the only ground type that he had on his team was Quagsire. If he didn't bring it, I could Volt Switch around pretty freely. Um, he starts with Grimmsnarl, which is kind of what I was expecting. I'm going to throw a Toxic, because if he taunts whatever, I'm going to Volt Switch, because I was planning to Volt Switch this turn anyway. But he Parting Shots here, which is great. Um, Parting Shot out, and I go into Whiscash. I'm gonna go I'm gonna go Earthquake because I figured it would 2 at KO. Now I saw that and I was like, oh, he's actually got a little bit of defense investment, I think. Um, so yeah, I just did that. He didn't want to. I guess he didn't want to take another Earthquake and be really low. So um, he switched out. I went for Rocks just because I figured Rocks would be more important. Like if his Enamorus was Choice Scarf, I would want it to take 75 every time it comes in, and I want to force Vicentino in at some point. I go to Clefable to take the Moonblast, or Earth Power in this case, and he gets the Spadef drop and then kills me with Sludge Bomb, which I'm pretty sure that he needed the Spadef drop to kill there. I just stayed in and tricked. If you noticed on my team builder, I've got Sticky Barb on Clef, and I wanted to steal the boots away from Enamorus, and also giving it a Sticky Barb would be nice. That if he switched to Gudra, that would be even better. Because Gudra's the one thing on his team that's stopping my Deoxys from just clicking whatever button. Because I don't have anything on Deoxys to hit Gudra, but I have something on Deoxys to hit pretty much everything else. So I go here to threaten the Meteor Mash. And I just Meteor Mash right into the Gudra. And again, and he Acid Armors. So so at this point, I'm kind of thinking to myself, if he's got Body Press, it could be kind of over. Sorry, I'm opening up a Pepsi over here, and that would be really bad. So I decided that probably the best thing to do is to try to keep the guy low, even if I have to sack Jirachi here. He goes for Draco Meteor, and if I was thinking, oh, if that's his best thing to hit me, then I might not be in a bad spot. He goes for Earthquake and activates my weakness policy. If I went for Meteor Mash there, I would have killed him, and I think that was a roll even at this point. Problem here now is I have to try to keep myself decently healthy because I have enough bulk to survive a Iron Boulder Earthquake at pretty good health. I think I might have calced it so that I live a Choice Banded Earthquake. I don't exactly remember, but I would need to be very healthy to take it on. Preferably full, but like we don't live in a world of ideals, obviously. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing this. I'm thinking that probably gonna just get him out of Earthquakes. It looks pretty clear to me at this point that he doesn't have body press. Otherwise, he would have clicked it by now. And if he runs out of earthquakes, then I can kind of just try to meteor mash through if I run out of meteor mashes, or if I'm down to like my last one or two, and I want to save one for an Amorous or for Iron Boulder or something. I'll switch to Baton Kaidos to take another Draco or something and then switch out. Also, at this point, if either of us crits, we'll probably bust the game wide open. The problem, it's starting to get bad for me because I'm having to use a lot of wishes to keep healthy, but every time I wish is leftovers that he's getting back. And I'm doing about just a little over double leftovers recovery. So every turn I'm not hitting him is like half a turn of progress he's making. So he goes for Ice Beam and he gets the freeze. Then he goes to Cinccino and tidies up the rocks. And I manage to wake up and Meteor Mashing. Obviously, I get the kill because I'm at +5. If I didn't unfreeze there, I don't know what would have happened. I think Cinccino's best move to hit me is Knockoff, and I don't have my item anymore, so I'm pretty sure I would have lived it, even from +1. If he got greedy and went for another Tidy Up, it's just another turn he's letting me try to Thaw. Now, if I stayed frozen long enough that his Cinccino like could boost up to whatever, and like boost up to faster than Deoxys, it was already faster than Deoxys, and kill my Jirachi, then I think the game would have been just over right there. Not too much I could have done about it, to be honest, but I always could have tried to play around the Goodra better. I could have probably brought something more concrete to beat Goodra. Whatever. I go to Whiscash here on Sucker Punch. I go to Whiscash mostly because I just want to get my rocks up. And I'm also oblivious, so I don't have to worry about taunt or anything like that. Actually, I get the spike up because I was pretty sure that the Enamorous was boots. Now I don't know that for sure. I guess maybe something happened earlier. I'm not that bothered to go look at it, but I was pretty sure that this was boots. So I just wanted to get the spike up instead because that would do more damage to Goodra and just as much damage to everything else. So I go to Jirachi here. I'm gonna live in Earth Power because I have pretty good HP investment, and I Meteor Mash and I get the +1. He goes to Iron Boulder. I'm assuming he's gonna Earthquake, so I was just gonna let Jirachi die, but he doesn't, and I Meteor Mash and get the kill, which is really big for me. If Shoulder Boulder, what is it that Blunder calls him? I think something like that. Killed me there. I would have had to go to Hydrapple, I think. And 1v1 that way, which would have been definitely HP off on my Hydrapple. I think Hydrapple would have 1v1'd, especially with Giga Drain, but also like opening up avenues for him to go to like Goodra, which totally walls a Giga Drain. Now it doesn't wall an Earth Power, or maybe not even a Fickle Beam, but I don't think I would have been screwed if he killed my Jirachi. I think I still would have had a playable endgame there, but definitely better to get rid of that Iron Boulder with my basically dead Jirachi. So he goes for Shadow Ball with his Grimmsnarl, which tells me that it's actually Zoroark. I totally knew that this could be Zoroark. I was thinking to myself, well, if it's Grimmsnarl, then he's gonna Sucker Punch, or he's gonna set up screens because he probably doesn't have an attacking move other than Sucker Punch, so Wish is free. And if it's Zoroark, then I don't really need Jirachi to win the game anymore. So we'll just let it go there. Go to Baton Kaitos, and he knocks off. No more leftovers for me, and I go for Thunder Wave and I miss. I just say, forget it, I'm gonna Volt Switch, and I get a crit. Don't think it mattered that much, because Deoxys Speed would have killed from 50 on this thing, unless he was running like super significant Spadef investment. But yeah, I go to La Superba, the Deoxys, and he actually goes to Grimmsnarl. I go for Flash Cannon, because if he does go Grimmsnarl, then that's my best to hit it. And if he goes to Goodra, it's gonna do, assuming he's Assault Vest, approximately 7%. But it was better than a Psycho Boost. Like, Psycho Boost into Zoroark, I would have had to switch anyway. Psycho Boost into this would do no damage. Psycho Boost into this isn't gonna... I think it actually might kill after Spike's damage. It depends on his investment, but I didn't want to risk any of that, so I just went for Flash Cannon, and I got probably the best possible outcome. I'm not going to take a Sucker Punch here because I don't know if I need HP on Deoxys. It's bulky enough to live one hit from almost all of these guys. I don't really have to worry about Zoroark per se because it's gonna die to a Spike. So I just go to Belly Bolt, Baton Kaitos. I know he does not have a move to hit this. So I'm just gonna slack off as he gets up his light screen. Probably good for him to get that light screen up. Everything else on my team is a special attacker. I go for a Thunder Wave on Goodra to try to just disrupt it, and I Volt Switch into Deoxys Speed. I know I live any one hit that he would go for, even Draco. And at this point, I'm going to trick the Choice Specs onto him so that he is going to run out of moves. He locks himself into Ice Beam, which is probably the worst case scenario because Hydrapple obviously he takes a lot from Ice Beam. And I'm not Assault Vest, so I probably don't even live a -2. So I have to go to Baton Kaitos. And basically, I identify that my win condition here is to run him out of Ice Beams and have him struggle. He gets a freeze here. Does 21. Does 20. And I thaw, and I get my slack off. Now, if I stayed asleep for any longer, it could have been bad. I knew that my Hydrapple would be faster. I definitely had enough speed, even if he was a max speed Goodra, that I would outspeed a paralyzed max speed Goodra. Good thing I didn't give him like a choice scarf or anything, right? But so I would have outsped. I don't know if I would have killed. To be honest, I did not do calc to ensure. I know if I had like body press or something, that would have killed. But I was not certain that Earth Power would. But in any case, just keep staying in with Baton Kaitos and getting the PP off. He actually chooses to sack his Zoroark. Presumably, he's going to switch up moves. He's going to go for Draco. That was a roll to kill. If he did kill, it wouldn't have been the end of the world. I would have won the game anyway, as long as he didn't crit Hydrapple. And the losers in chat, particularly this guy, are gonna complain about me playing to my outs. I volt switch here. He's out of Dracos. He struggles and kills himself. So I don't know how many times you guys have played a draft league and gotten a struggle kill. Unfortunate for me, that's basically a kill that doesn't count towards my stats. Um, I still won the game 2-0, so that's good. That's okay for my differential. He covered the spread. um, but yeah, that's not going to count as a kill for Hydrapple, which is unfortunate. But we're not really playing for stats. We're just playing to win the game, even though I totally said last game I was playing for stats. I actually don't think Deoxys got any kills there, so that's unfortunate because that's kind of what I was playing for as well. Other than Gudra and maybe a Spadef Pex. Nah, I mean that would still probably die to Psycho Boost. Um, yeah, I had something to hit everything on his team, and I was faster than anything that didn't have a speed boost. I didn't run any speed investment, obviously. So like, you know, Shoulder Boulder is gonna outspeed with its booster energy, but I didn't want to run such significant speed investment. I would have had to give the plus nature to speed to outrun that. I figured I could just wall it with something if it came down to it, and that's what I kind of did with Jirachi. Not exactly how I planned, but it's okay. If you don't care about anything other than Pokemon or draft content, you can leave the video now. I just wanted to give a little bit of a life update. It's been a lot to talk to people about this. So, like, I'm sorry if if you know me personally and listening to this video is the first time you're hearing this, but earlier today, my dad passed away. He had a heart attack earlier in the week, and he was in intensive care, and he didn't make it. It was hard and scary because I had to. I'm his oldest son, so I had to make a lot of decisions about how things were gonna go for him, and I was not prepared for that. I'm only 22 years old. I just moved out of my house. Just graduated college last year. So like not even like 1 year into being my own man, my father passes away. I'm thankful that like he got to see me grow up, that he got to see me hit a lot of the milestones, like graduating high school, graduating college. You won't get to see me get married if I end up doing that, or if, like he won't see his grandkids if I end up having those, which is unfortunate. But I mean, he's in a better place now, and that's something that should be celebrated, I think. A lot of people who knew him were out there at the hospital for him. I hope everybody got to say their piece before he went. Not sure if he could hear them, but I like to think so. And yeah, I mean, I guess if you want to take any lesson from this is don't leave anything unsaid and unfelt, because you never know when things like this could happen. I didn't know that he was about to have this happen to him. Yeah, so, you know, that's it. We'll see you guys sometime soon. I'll be honest. I don't know if I'm really in the mind state headspace to do the week in review. So I might just let Ephemeral and maybe somebody else, one other person from the draft league, do the video for me. I didn't I didn't even really want to do this video, to be honest, but I haven't slept for more than like 2 hours in the past 2 days. And like just sitting in my bed and not doing anything was getting really boring, and I figured that this would help me maybe get my mind off of things for at least for a couple minutes. So that's why I did it. But yeah, I don't know if I can handle doing anything more than that. If I change my mind, I'll do it. Trust me, I'm not forcing myself to do anything. I'm just gonna do what I want to do for the next couple of days. So don't be worried in that respect. But yeah, if the next video comes out and you don't hear me on it, know that was planned. And that I will probably be back at some point before the league is over. But thank you guys for watching.